Today I'm going to talk a little bit about toxic psychics and these inverted overlays that they use to be in the false light while claiming that they're in the light, and how to identify toxic qualities in beings who are posing as light beings, which unfortunately happens a whole lot in the spiritual community. More and more and more is going to continue to come down the line as we have internet that's just spreading all this information around. So all of a sudden everybody wants to claim that they're an enlightened guru, or they're a psychic, or they're whatever, and most do not have true wisdom codes, Sophianic wisdom codes, and activated DNA that allows them to receive wisdom through source, which means that they will have traveled through all the stargates, and they will have gotten to go into the God worlds and be shown things from the God worlds in order to teach humanity. So again, every enlightened being who is a truly light way shower or new earth way shower, the masters have been chosen by source. This is the difference between divine souls versus the 144,000, is that there's a lot of divine souls that are on the earth right now who are doing light work, doing energy work, helping with the light work that is at hand for everyone. And then there are specific, very small number of beings who are true 144 way showers, who have gone into the God worlds, traveled all of the 12th dimensional stargates and beyond, and been able to return to source, which is the Oraphim beings, and who work side by side with God and have been given true wisdom from God. This is a very sacred and very holy thing that does not happen to very many people. It's a very divine order in each lifetime that certain groups are going to have this experience should they have done all of their spiritual work and completed samsara. With that said, we have a huge collective now of beings who are aligning with the light. They're starting to learn things about the light and about the spirit world, and just like in religious communities, a lot of them are misinterpreting it, a lot of them are spreading false information, a lot of them do not have the true embodiment codes of the divine ascended master souls. So it's a very murky, whenever you get into spirituality and religion, it's going to be very murky, because there are droves of beings who want to claim that they have truly achieved enlightenment, and they have not. And it's okay that they are on the journey of it, because they're learning and they're, attracted to the light, and they're repeating things that they hear and making videos about it and all these things. That does not make somebody an ascended master soul. So now we have a huge spiritual community. It's getting bigger and bigger because of the internet, and it is full of people who are not truly enlightened, and therefore you have to be careful with what you're hearing, seeing, watching, and playing into. Now, that doesn't mean you can't watch them or align with the truth that they're saying, but it's important that you understand that if they haven't truly ascended yet, then they're not going to have the codes, and half the stuff they're going to say is going to be simply off balance. And that can be dangerous because it prevents your DNA from activating, it prevents you from stepping into the light, and it slows down your own ascension process. Now, with that said, I want to go back to the toxic psychics, the toxic supposed way showers who are trying to call out other way showers because they think that that's the way to get ahead. And I want you to understand, there's one person in particular that got brought to my consciousness today, which inspired this video. And it's just one of those things where you have to understand, one of the first ways to see that somebody is in ego is that they spend their time trying to pull everybody else down to make themselves look like they're up. They don't have any support in the community spiritually because they've probably rejected a lot of people. Maybe they get a lot of followers, like this person that I'm referring to today got a lot of followers on her YouTube channel, and she got put on some bigger show, so now she thinks she's a somebody, but you can tell that she's not enlightened if you truly feel into her energy. It doesn't matter the words she says or anybody else like her, because words are easy to mimic. And so a lot of the people in false light mimic fancy words like overlays and inversions and psychic technologies and frequency and this, that, and the other. And these are real words that have real meaning spiritually, but they can be misused by people who are not in the light. So how do you tell the difference? So one of the ways to tell the difference that you're dealing with a toxic person who's claiming to be in the light is that they're trying to pull other people down. If they're truly in the light, there is no way that you want to put anybody down, even somebody who's done really, really bad things. Like, the desire as a light being is to never pull anybody down, but rather to help lift people up. And sometimes, yes, that means that we have to help explain truth to them. And sometimes, yes, we will even expose what they've done that's wrong, but we don't just walk around and gossip about people and claim that they're bad when we don't know anything about them, or we just have a perception and therefore we're going to go out and blast them all over the internet like this particular person. So there's a lot of people doing this, and I don't really want to give airtime to this lady that I'm referring to, because she's only one of so many like this. And I think that the point is that a true way shower, a true new earth way shower, we want to unify people. We're here to unify, because division disempowers everyone. It doesn't just disempower the person that you're pushing away. It disempowers you, and it disempowers the collective, and it disempowers the body of God, and it lowers the frequency on planet Earth. And so that's another way that you can tell that somebody is really not serving the light, is that they're constantly doing this divisive kind of language. Now, yes, we do call out people who are working for NAA or people who have entity attachments, but that's also a subjective thing, because if you get a toxic psychic who is not truly enlightened, who does not have their eye single and their body full of light, then they are going to say that somebody else is got entities when it's really them. And that's also this particular person here. So be careful watching out for people who do this. I'm just going to say that I'm not going to even give this lady's, I'm not going to put her picture or her name up, because she's not worth it. She made a hit piece on me in YouTube about 10 months ago, and it was a really bad hit piece, because you could tell that her throat chakra was all gurgly when she was talking about me. That was a sign that her throat chakra was blocked, because she wasn't telling the truth. Her voice was shaky because she didn't have a good foundation to use when saying bad things about me. She's never met me. She's never talked to me. She said a lot of things that I said that I never said. And also she denied the authentic and true beautiful influence of the Pleiadian beings on Earth, when the Pleiadians are one of our main star families that have always been on Earth helping humanity. And they're very highly involved, especially in this timeline, in our ascension process. So the denial of Pleiadians is also really, really a sign that somebody just doesn't know what they're talking about. The star people are very much a part of our reality, and they're very involved in helping humanity. And I know I've traveled off planet. I've met the Pleiadians. I am a Pleiadian. I remember my premortal life. And there are many like me who have actual memory. So to deny that in someone else is also, again, denying things in yourself, because just because you haven't awakened to your true multidimensional self does not mean that others of us haven't. So this particular person is only one example of a toxic psychic who is spreading false information about other people, so that she can try to make herself look like she's in the light when she's not. And you have to watch for these signs, because it doesn't matter the words they say. It matters the things that they're doing. And if you're doing things like creating division and trying to put other people down to lift yourself up, that is ego. And it's very easy for the rest of us to see. So anyways, I hope that helped.